good. We are good.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Awesome. Good game on that last one.
Thank you very much.
The DT play was pretty smart, except you put hold position.
I put a hold position because they had detection from a cannon, I think. That was the hope, that I could get some more kills.
Gotcha. Sorry,
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Yeah, no, that was in the Protoss base, right?
No, Zerg.
Oh, I'd have to take a look and see. But yeah, there was some detection. I remember doing hold position on purpose at some point.
Okay. All right. So we're going into the fourth game of the Collegiate Star League Season 1. First week. Sorry, not Season 5. First week. University of Regina versus University of Saskatchewan. We are in the fourth set on MLG. I don't know what map this is.
Good question. I didn't read it. I believe this is dual site, but yeah, it is MLG dual site. And in the left corner, we have Pile of Poop representing the University of Regina. And in the right-hand corner, we have Enger representing the University of Saskatchewan. And according to CSL, this is the match to watch in this entire engagement.
If you notice, we are on the match radar on the CSL website, right on the front page, and they've determined that this is the match to watch. We've got two high-level rated players, Zerg versus Protoss, a pretty volatile matchup, so it should be quite entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I've played against Pyle, and his playstyle used to always be very novel. Like, he had all these builds that revolved around mass expands and lings, and I think he's sort of calmed down and gone into a more standard style as time's gone on. And this actually worked pretty well for him in the recent SAS Gamers Tournament of Champions, we'll call it, down at, was it the Zone? Or?
Yep, Zone Gaming.
Yeah, he plays third, if I recall correctly, behind Spin Move and...
Rich Jaw.
Yeah, that's right. Rich was first, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And we couldn't, although he was Grandmasters, we couldn't get him because he is too young, or what? Why is he not fielded?
He just graduated high school, but he's taking a year off.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Rich and I were actually at the StarCraft Mecca tournament in Calgary here, and he did quite well, but eventually lost. There's two Grandmasters there that play for UFC now, so I mean there's some good players. You got like Check Six, McKenzie, and another guy I can't remember his name, but yeah, University of Calgary I think is going to do great this season. They've got a couple Grandmasters on their roster, so I think they'll be able to contender against Waterloo and UBC for sure.
Yeah, is from Waterloo, was it a lifetime ban for our good friend
Combat X?
Yes, was he lifetime banned?
I don't know if he's you'd think, right? I think he's lifetime banned, but yeah, Waterloo does. Oh, and there's some Forge a Forge instead of a Cyber here, and the drones are being pulled. Oh, and it's a big blunder for Enger.
No wall off. I mean, what's it going to do?
I think the wall off is impossible on this map. I think you can do it at the top of the ramp though.
He's going to throw down the cannons because it's. I mean, what else do you do? The game's really over unless you do some damage right now.
Exactly.
But I just don't see the position for the cannon that's going to make it really protected.
Right.
I think he's just wasting money at this point, unless he manages some magic with this second probe.
Yeah.
But
I think he might be able to get this cannon up right now because Palapoop thinks he's in the clear. He doesn't see it until now, and he's going to react. And is going to react. Oh, okay. So I think this cannon here is going to go down, and that will actually work. But I mean, Palapoop, he's
targeting the wrong cannons.
Pardon?
He was targeting the wrong cannon. He's
Okay.
going to let this one go up despite having enough time. And now it's a question of whether Enger can do enough damage before all this goes down.
Right.
And it's not clear to me whether Palapoop's going to come up that far ahead with his drones falling down like this.
Exactly. But I think if there's one player who can deal with getting this early kind of cheese, I guess you'd call it, I think Palapoop can deal with it. He has a very good when something doesn't go his way, he says, "Well, whatever. I'll just Nidus your base, or I'll just drop, drop some Bailings in your mineral line, just stuff like that."
Yeah, so he's far ahead right now, and I think he needs to get the drones back to mining that are there, and because he's in the clear for this cannon rush, it's completely dead in its tracks. And if we look at the unit counting station, we're actually at 9 workers to 15. So wow. This really did hurt his economy.
It did, but now Palapoop has a very big Zergling count, so he's going to be able to drone up for the next 3 or 4 minutes, and if he's lucky, he might be able to sneak in. You know, he can do a lot of damage right now. All Enger has is one zealot, so if he can either push through or attack these, like, what he needs to do is he needs to attack this forge and attack this gateway, and because there's nothing that is stopping him. But you know what? He might kill this. He might kill a zealot.
Well, there's actually a trick you can get by a single zealot, but
and the Zerglings are in the base.
Yeah, so this is big. This is what he needed to make it count. I don't know about the cannon, but the lost mining time is going to give him a chance to stabilize. And I mean, the fact that he's going to be putting out one zealot, or in this case a sentry, he's going to get a lot of free probe kills now.
Yes, and he's going to deny a lot of mining time for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think the sentry was the right decision. Actually, no, it is to prevent any reinforcements, but he needs to get out another zealot right away.
Yeah,
and
I mean, he's gonna have the cannon on the ramp, so another pylon or something to block off might have been the best, but it's not always feasible.
Right. And if you look at the income station now, Pile of Poop up in the harvester count 24-16, and he's effectively denied Enger a lot of mining time, and Enger's actually really behind because he's on one gate and a forge right now.
Yeah, and if you look at his Nexus, he's got full chrono boost because of the cannon rush, and it's just a lot of inefficiencies with that kind of build. Pile of Poop's going to be able to rocket forward in economy now.
And Warp Gate research just started, so that's going to put Enger behind even more, whereas Pile of Poop is back at the base, safely droning up, doesn't have those queens out quite yet, and is just starting to take some gas. But he's throwing down the Roach War, and I think Pile of Poop wants to kind of put some more early aggression on him because he knows that Enger's in this situation right now.
Yeah, I mean, with the Overlord Scout and some Roaches, he could actually do a ton of damage to this wall. The cannon's too far back, and there's not really any ranged units out to with enough DPS.
Right. Yeah. Link speed being started right now by Pile. And if you notice, we might have called him Pile of Poop. That used to be his name, but I think he grew up and realized that was a silly name, so now he's just Pile. So we'll call him Private Pile from now on.
Did he grow up, or did Blizzard make him change the name?
You know what? You know what? That's actually entirely possible. He probably got a forced name change.
Yeah. So Enger's feeling the pain right now. He's going to try to expand with 2 sentries on the field. I mean, if Pyle scouts this, he can deny it so easily. Mm-hmm. Right now, Pyle's expecting what I was expecting, which would be a 1-base all-in follow-up from such a botched, opening. Yeah. But instead, Enger is going to go for the economic cheese almost, because, I mean, if one Ling scouts this, it's gone.
Right. And I'd like to note that Pyle has taken his 3rd base at the gold. That's exactly what you want to do. You're behind. Well, not really behind, but you want to take advantage of the situation that you've put your opponent in. So what does he do? Instead of taking the 3rd right over here, he goes ahead and say, I'm going to take this 3rd at the gold. So his income's going to start skyrocketing right away. And it doesn't look like it's going to be scouted. Like, I mean, the probe's over here scouting his actual 3rd, but I don't think he realizes that there is an actually dangerous gold 3rd going on at the top of the map here.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to apply any pressure to that for quite some time. Even if he goes up to some ridiculous gate count like 6, his death ball is going to be so late that if he pushes it up here, the counterattack is just too big of a possibility.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so the Pile of Poop lair has finished. He's transferring a shed load of drones, almost a full saturation to that gold base. So we're going to see a huge shift in income right away. Pile of Poop about 20 harvesters ahead right now. Not only that, but he's got the gold. So his income right now is sitting about 1,700, 1,800, which is pretty significant. I think this base might even be oversaturated, but or no, it's fully saturated gold. So like, I mean, his income is 1,000 minerals per second, or no, 1,000 minerals per minute, greater than his opponent, which is going to be a huge difference. And right now, it looks like he's transitioning. Actually, he's going to go full. He's going to go full Roach, getting that Roach speed and Burrow, which was a great counter to this sentry count. I mean, he's got to get the tunneling claws, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
great.
Yeah, the sentry count is a little scary, but once you have those tunneling claws and Burrow, they just become nullified. And with the kind of map control Pyle has, he really took advantage of it because usually when you take a hidden third, you're not able to Maynard any probes to it.
Yeah.
But because of how far ahead he is, he's able to actually saturate a hidden third before his opponent saturates his natural.
Mm-hmm. And as you can see, Enger putting down this forward pylon. I think he's doing that to start building cannons, or he's just using that to reinforce his army. But if it were to be to deny to put cannons there, he'd be at the wrong base. So I think Enger thinks he's in an okay position because Pylapoop hasn't taken. He thinks Pylapoop doesn't have a third. So right now, Pyle's he's gonna spine up. He's got roaches on the way. I think he's gonna be able to defend this attack just nice. Actually,
yeah, this is a bit of
a kind of scary roach count without. There we go, and those spine crawlers are gonna go down.
Yeah, I mean these are a whole ton of shit spine crawlers, but they're up in time.
And
so.
he just unburrowed them. This is a scary move. Nope, it's fine because he force-fielded himself away. So
yeah, that's excellent for Pyle. This is effectively ending the aggression.
Absolutely. So as we can see, we take a look at the income tab. Pylapoop right now sitting at 2,000 minerals per minute, a decent gas count as well. 29 harvesters more than his opponent. Enger's still sitting on the 2 bases and getting going for that Robotech. He says, okay, I can't I thought I was in okay position, but I'm not. So now I need to get some Colossus back up to deal with this giant roach count. Pylapoop just nope, I'm gonna deny you this 3rd base.
Yeah, there's no way that third's going down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to engage here if I were Pyle just because there's so many force fields still saved up. But that was a bad split.
Yeah, and then we see that burrow movement to get away.
Effectively, no cost to denying that expansion.
Infestation pick going down for Pyle, which is not. We're not in patch 1.4 yet, so it's going to be scary for those sentries to deal with, or actually everything pretty much.
So I mean, I'm trying to put myself in Enger's shoes right now, and he's got to do something tricky, and it's going to probably be a hidden expand or something along those lines. But
yeah.
I mean, I think it might be too little, too late.
And Pylapoop's going to target fire. Oh wow!
Yeah, the only tech Enger had going for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any DT follow up or any sort of cuteness.
Yeah, I think some sort of DT play would have been great because I mean, you just. And right now, Pylapoop's throwing away his infestors, which is fine because he was supply capped at 198. One is just doing a lot of damage and stressing Enger out. I think the pro camp's falling quite a bit, or no, not quite. But yeah, Pyle taking his 3rd base. He's reinforcing. I think he just he's committing to this aggression just to keep. And there's the GG from Enger.
Oh, excellent play from Pyle. Pyle had that from start to finish. I was a little worried with the cannon rush, but he never freaked out and he kept it. It's cool.
And I'll say it again. Pyle is excellent with he's so chill when he plays, and especially when you see him play on land. He just doesn't let anything faze him. He's like, oh, I'm getting cheesed. Oh, whatever. No big deal. He doesn't panic. He just plays straight up. So yeah, and that brings the final score. 3-1 for the University of Regina against the University of Saskatchewan.